Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's talk about our relationship with technology. You know, those glowing screens we carry around everywhere. They're supposed to be tools, right? But if we're being honest, sometimes it really feels like they're the ones calling the shots. I mean, really think about it. Does that sound familiar? That constant buzzing in your pocket, the endless scrolling, that little bit of pressure to be on all the time. If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are not the only one. So the big question is, how do we get back into the driver's seat?
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to define what digital wellness even means. Then, we'll dive into the 4 big warning signs that things are out of balance, and we'll see who's feeling this the most. But, and this is important, we are not going to leave you there. We'll wrap up with a super practical toolkit and a simple reset plan to help you take back control. Okay, first things first. Let's be clear. This is not about throwing your phone into a lake. The goal here is to be intentional, to be thoughtful about how we use our tech, not to just get rid of it.
So what does that really mean? Well, digital wellness is basically the state where your technology is actually serving your well-being, your mental, physical, and emotional health. It all comes down to making conscious choices. So you're using tech as a tool to make your life better, instead of letting it dictate how you feel, how you focus, or how you sleep.
So how do you know if your digital life is out of whack? How does this imbalance actually show up? Well, let's get into the 4 major warning signs that your habits might need a little bit of a tune-up.
Number 1, and this is the big one, is stress. We're talking about an impact on over 90% of people. It's that constant, low-grade, on-edge feeling. Your brain is basically reacting to this nonstop river of notifications and pings, and it keeps you in this state of high alert, which is, exhausting.
Next up is our focus, which, wow, it takes a massive hit. Just think about your workday. Every time you glance at a notification, even for a second, you're breaking your concentration. It's like trying to read a book while someone keeps tapping you on the shoulder. That constant task switching makes deep, meaningful work almost impossible.
And it's not just in our heads, right? It messes with our actual bodies, especially our sleep. The blue light from our screens literally tells our brain to stop producing melatonin. That's the hormone that says, hey, it's time to sleep. You combine that with stimulating content right before bed, and you've got the perfect recipe for a restless night.
And finally, the idea of boundaries. What boundaries? They've pretty much vanished because we can be reached at any time from anywhere. That line between our work life or school life and our personal life, it's just become a blurry mess.
Okay, so we've laid out the problems, but does this digital overload hit everyone in the same way? Well, kinda, yes and no. It's definitely a shared problem, but the specific pain points can look really different depending on who you are.
I mean, just look at this breakdown. For students, the absolute biggest struggle is focus loss, hitting a massive 95. For parents, it's that work-life balance, that constant, impossible juggle. And for our teachers, it goes straight to burnout. So yeah, the overload is universal, but where it hurts the most is unique.
Okay, enough doom and gloom. We've diagnosed the problem, now let's talk about the fix. This next part is all about solutions, a practical 3-part toolkit. And the best part? It's all about small changes that can make a huge difference right away.
All right, strategy 1, set some boundaries. This just means creating simple, clear rules for yourself. For example, make the dinner table a tech-free zone. Put the phones away and actually connect with the people you're with. Instead of reacting to every single email, schedule a few blocks of time to deal with them. And please, use that Do Not Disturb feature. It's there for a reason. Give yourself permission to be unreachable. Strategy number 2 is all about giving your brain and your body a break. This one's huge, the hour rule. It's so simple, but it is a game changer. No screens for at least 1 hour before bed, and an easy way to make that happen? Just charge your devices somewhere else, not in your bedroom. Get that temptation out of the room entirely.
And our third strategy is maybe the most fun. Just go offline. Remember hobbies? Things that don't need Wi-Fi? Cooking, going for a hike, reading an actual physical book. Make it a priority to schedule real, face-to-face time with the people you care about. Put it on the calendar and protect that time.
So now that you have the tools, let's put them together into a real action plan. I want you to think of this next part as your chance to hit a big old reset button on your digital habits.
So I've got a challenge for you to try this week. Call it the Reset and Recharge Challenge. Step 1, the device jar. During meals, everyone's phone goes into a jar or a box. Step 2, the 24-hour detox. Pick one day and go with no non-essential tech. It's tough, but it's so worth it. And third, the hard log off. Pick a time every night, say 7 p.m., and stick to it. No more work or school messages after that. Period.
Now we can take that reset even further because, one size doesn't fit all. We can actually tailor these strategies for different roles. So here are a few specific ideas for students, parents, and teachers.
If you're a student, your big mission is balance. For every hour you spend online, try to get some physical activity. Go outside, move your body. Make it a point to prioritize hanging out with your friends in person, not just in a group chat. And this is so important. If you feel overwhelmed by it all, please reach out to a parent, a teacher, or another adult you trust.
And for parents, this one's for you, and it's a big one. You have to walk the walk. Your kids are watching, so you have to model the healthy habits you want them to have. And when you set those family tech rules, don't just lay down the law. Explain the why. That the whole point is to connect more with each other, not just to punish or restrict.
Finally, for our teachers out there, protecting your own time is absolutely crucial for avoiding burnout. Set firm office hours for when you'll respond to emails and communicate those boundaries clearly. And here's a fantastic pro tip. Use the Schedule Send feature in your email. You can write a reply at 10 o'clock at night, but schedule it to send at 8 a.m. the next morning. It respects everyone's off hours, especially your own.
In the end, it all comes back to being intentional. It's funny, right? We stress out so much about our phone's battery life, but what about our own? Intentionally unplugging isn't a sign of weakness. It's how we ensure our own batteries are fully recharged so we can enjoy a more present, balanced life.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What's one thing you can unplug from, starting today, to really truly recharge yourself?